Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, I didn't see you there. Maybe I should make sure that this thing isn't recording in private moments. The new year is finally upon us. 2019, and you know what I think we need?
A pirate game. What do you think?
Now, if you've been around the block in the last month, you might have heard of the game Atlas. It was announced at the Video Game Awards saying that it was going to be released in early December, and then it wasn't. And then it was pushed back, and then it wasn't released, and then it was pushed back. And then when people got their hands on it, people were saying, whoa, this isn't the game from the trailers I've been seeing.
It looks so good.
And you know you're probably not in a good boat when Angry Joe makes a video about you, let alone if you're on Yang Ye's list of games that aren't good. However, I noticed on Twitch that the game seems to be popping. I made a tweet saying, Atlas, what do you think? And I have to say, 99% of the people said the game was poo-poo. But I have one friend from Memphis, where I live currently, that said, hey, it's good, trust me. Listen, you have to be something right, because all I see is the game really doing well on Twitch. So on YouTube, I get it. People like to make content about things that suck. It's how the views work. It's clickbait, baby. On Twitch, I guess people play good and bad games. I mean, yeah. So I decided I would go in there totally blindfolded. I'm not talking about that Netflix movie, but I wanted to go in there with an open mind and see if it's really that bad. The one final thing is this game technically is an expansion to ARK. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, there is that hidden menu that says, hey, it is an ARK DLC called Ocean, but ARK's been out for years. How bad could this game be? Let's find out.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh?
Once you open the game, you have to choose one of 4 servers, NA, PvE, NA, PvP, the same for EU. And then you get to see where you can spawn. Now, the one thing that I learned very quickly is you want to spawn in a free port. What is a free port? When you played Sea of Thieves, it's essentially where you would spawn every time you would die. That way, you could go and get all the resources you need, make another ship, raft, whatever, and then continue your sails. You're gonna have a hell of a time if you don't go to a free port for your first spawn. The game does not tell you that at all. So then we get into the character creation. I have to say, man, there's just something about creating the ugliest character that you can. So I want to create the freshest current meme, Big Chungus. And I went from, woo, is that Fabio? All the way down to, oh my lord, what the hell? Kill it with fire! But you have to give me an award for getting that close to the Big Chungus meme. And then welcome to Atlas! And you're greeted with this text that I promise you, it's a freaking book! And you cannot read all of it. You might as well take screenshots of it. Listen, I'm sorry. I hate to be this guy, and I know this is early freaking launch, early release, early access, whatever. But I am not the kind of guy that sits at a computer at Fallout and reads everything, right? I see a bunch of text, too long, didn't read, baby. I'm not gonna, my brain goes to press E, left mouse button, I. You don't give me enough time to read that, let alone I want to. So yes, it might be teaching me how to play as you fumble around finding the key bindings to everything. And look, this game is early access. I hear you. But let's go back to Super Mario Brothers on the NES. All right, look, you can't go left. You can go right. What happens if you hit the Goomba? You die. What happens if you get a power block? You get rewarded. You learn the game fairly freaking easily. Fortnite. Hey, if you're going on BR mode, it tells you the objective of the game. Hey, get that epic victory royale. Hell, even Sea of Thieves, this game's direct competitor, well, besides ARK. What happens? You spawn in a safe little town that gives you vendors. You learn that these vendors give you quests. Hey, go out, retrieve these chickens, come back, you get gold. All right, yeah, I totally understand that's how I level up. This game I'm sorry, I don't want to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" before I play a game. You are starting the game on the free port. Free ports are essentially starter towns where PvP combat is disabled. Creatures are more plentiful and non-aggressive. Resources respawn very quickly. Okay, I hope you had enough time to read all that. This is a light critique that I'm just gonna have. I'm just a guy that isn't a fan of Comic Sans, and the text they chose, I get that it's like scripty piratey, but this should be on the list of fonts not to use. Please, God. All right, so let's talk about crafting. It is what the game revolves around. So after I walked around, not knowing how to get things like freaking fibers. I'm sorry, I didn't think fibers would come from plants. I get rocks come from rocks, and wood comes from trees, but I didn't think I would actually have to hit with my fists a tree until I get enough wood to be able to make a pickaxe. Hey, there's some stones that you can go and just pick up, but as far as wood goes, you have to punch a tree to get wood. You gotta teach your players how to play the game. See, look, I'm not the brightest guy here. That means that there's gonna be people way smarter than me and way dumber than me. Shoot for right here, all right? And aim down. I don't think anyone goes into Fortnite BR not understanding what to do. So the first thing you craft is the pickaxe, which you can easily crush rocks to get stones a lot easier. From that pickaxe, you can easily chop down more trees with it until you can create the hatchet. From the hatchet, you can easily chop down trees even easier. It's very convenient, actually, once you get to that. Then after that, you are going to want to create a spear. The spear is used for killing things, and hey, I tried to kill this boar, and then I got stuck in it. And then it killed me. And let me tell you about death. From this point in the game, I was like, okay, I'm feeling it. I got my freaking pickaxe. I got my hatchet. I got my spears. I'm ready, baby. I can discover fire. I'm a caveman ready to go. I die, and you keep your levels. So I was level 3 and happy still, but you lose all your items. And if you don't get back to your body as soon as you can, you lose everything. Which, if it's that inconvenient, starting at a home point or Freeport or whatever, imagine how it is sailing the 7 seas and dying and having to start back over here to sail 30 minutes over here. You're not gonna find your stuff. So from that point, I re-get my freaking pickaxe, I re-get my hatchet, then I re-get my spears, and I learn that, hey, you can stab for light attacks and throw spears for medium attacks. So I get 10 spears. Hey, I'm good to go. I'm making all of my stuff that I need to make.
Talk like that.
I'm styling, I'm profiling, I get a hat, I get shoes, I get a shirt. Look at me, I'm freaking chungus over here. And then I learn that I need a lot of resources, a lot of wood, a lot of hide, and a lot of fibers to make a raft. And I'm excited, I'm like, woo, I'm ready to get sailing. It only took me an hour and 30 minutes. It's more like an hour and 20, let's just be honest though. So I go get my resources, and it's time to create my raft. I go, I purchase everything, and we sit aboard SS Chungus, the finest raft you'll ever see. Sea of Thieves, you pull the anchor, you lower the freaking sails, and you steer. In this, you hold E, you lower sails, and then you see this set sail rotation, and you're gonna go crash into a rock and try for the next 15 to 20 minutes to determine how to sail this thing and master its Windows 95-esque sailing, I don't know, menu system. And then I find this guy, I'm like, hey, how is it your ship technically burning? But hey, okay, small indie developer, I get you, all right, whatever. And I'm sailing away, just like that song from the 80s. And then I'm thinking, all right, you know, I want to be able to do everything I need to do to find something epic under the 2-hour mark. I just want to find something cool under the 2-hour mark. So once I hit the 2 hours, I can return the game if I don't like it, or I could keep it. right? So the one thing from the trailers that I saw that looked cool was the ghost ship. And on the map, I could see, hey, there's a ghost ship down there. There's a route. Okay, I'm gonna try to find it. And then you know what happened? My ship disowned me. What does that mean? I couldn't control the ship anymore because even though it says it belongs to Big Chungus, i.e. me, I can't drive the raft anymore. So I do what every normal man would do in that situation, is try to go to the nearest island to remake a raft or try to do something, and then, hey, a killer stingray manta wants to kill me. I kill it. I avenge Steve Irwin. And then, as I'm trying to go back to the surface, I can't breathe, man. I'm out of stamina from the fight, and I die to another manta. Steve Irwin, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't avenge you a second time. And then from this point, you realize, oh shit, I have to go that distance again, gather all those resources, remake the pickaxe, the hatchet, the spears, get the hides, remake all of the armor that I made, get another raft, to find out that I'm not gonna be able to get my resources. And by that time, my resources don't mean anything. And that's when you just say, okay, I'm just gonna exit menu. So let's get down to it. What I suggest this game, if you like games where you go out and just Minecraft it up or rust it up, or if you like Ark, you might be in the realm of, it's something to fart around with. It's a sandbox. I won't say buy it. I would say keep an eye on it until there's a better freaking, less buggy, more optimized, better update. Then I might say, yeah, you might like it. But for everyone else in the world, I would say that's a yikes from me, dog. That's a yikes. My final statement is for them to announce the game at the Game Awards and say it's going to happen this date, and then have multiple dates of like, nope, it's going to be tomorrow, and the next day, and then to launch at this port. You could see that there was just something, maybe at upper management, maybe just marketing, trying to sail out this game. And clearly it was not ready. And I do know that people can be really malicious and just cutthroat to developers and to the devs. I mean, no ill will to you. I hope that you can go out and make this game the best that you can. I truly do. But at its current state, it's something that I personally just do not enjoy whatsoever currently. And yeah, sorry if I'm being a little harsh, but I'm being honest with you guys. And I gave this game a fair shot, and I know that giving it a 2-hour time limit is hard, but by the end of that 2 hours, it was actually an hour and 51 minutes. By that 51st minute, I just didn't want to play anymore. At all. At all. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. Tell me if you like it down below, and hey, please consider giving this video a like because, well, it's very different content. I hope you have a freaking amazing one. See you next time. Peace.